Okay, so this is Jana. I'm going to be explaining the week 10 math AMS quiz, CA whatever. What I think is very unfair, which they did this very dirty about, is that they put the hardest question on the whole quiz for the first question. It makes us disappointed for the whole quiz and we don't want to do it, but I promise you the rest of the quiz is so easy. It's literally like a repeat of last week, but it's like 5 questions are different, okay? So let's start with the first question, the one no one wants to start with, but we'll start with this. They're asked, okay, let's first analyze our diagram and everything, okay? So we can see, we don't need to also read, that M is a midpoint of AB. And if you didn't know that, they already tell you it here, okay? So what does midpoint mean? Midpoint means it cuts the segment, or whatever it is, the line, the segment, whatever, into 2 equal parts. So in this case, it's half. So this is 1 over 2, and this is 1 over 2. And then they tell us that Cx to xb is 5, 2, 1, okay? So let me erase the line so you can see. So 5, 2, 1. So that if you add 5 and 1, so you can find the fraction, you get 6. So xb is 1 over 6 and cx is 5 over 6, okay? And because it's a parallelogram, we know the parallelograms have opposite sides are equal length, okay? So since OC is P, then AB is going to be P too. So I'm going to write P here. Why is it not writing? Okay, P. And since OA is Q, then CB is also going to be Q. Okay, that's us analyzing the graph. It's all very simple. Just look at the graph, okay? Now they're asking for AM, okay? AM, we already wrote it. It's half of the whole segment, so half of P. Half of P. And that's your answer, okay? Now I know what the next question is. I don't want to erase all our given, so I'm gonna tell you what the next question is. They're asking for mx, okay? We can see that mx is mb minus xb, okay? So it's mb minus xb. From the given, we can see that mb is half of p minus bx, which is 1/6, of q. So 1/6 of q. And that is our answer. If you don't trust me, here it is. Okay, and now they're asking for OX. Okay, let's go back to our diagram. I'm gonna put all the given, and then I'll open the video. Okay, they're asking for OX. So from what we can see, OX is OC plus XC, okay? Wait, I just killed the fly. OC plus CX, okay? What's OC? OC is P plus CX. What's CX? It's 5 over 6 of Q. So 5 over 6 of Q. And what is our answer? Our answer is P plus 5 over 6Q. So we were right. Now, the part C of B is the hardest out of the whole question because it's so much, and I don't think we ever learned any. We didn't even learn any of this. It's it's fine. Okay, so let me go back to the diagram so I can show you what they mean, okay? They told you they extended AB. So we go to AB and we just make it a bit longer, and they also extended OX. Now obviously in the exam you can't extend it on the diagram, so you have to draw the diagram on your paper, and it will help you. It will really help you if you draw the diagram on your paper. Okay, now let's just go back to the question. Now I'll like specify a single, this is already like the thing I'm going to draw is already drawn. I'm just pinpointing it out, okay? So if we go like this, wait, if we go like this, doesn't this show to us that these are vertical angles and these are alternate interior angles? Yes, it does. That means we have two equal angles. That means this is a similar triangle by similar triangles by the AA postulate, okay? So now that we know that they're similar triangles, we can make like a scale. It's not really a scale, but it's kind of like a scale. Okay, you know what you'll get what I mean by it. So we know this is F, by the way, I forgot. So we know that CX over CB is equal to OX over OF, because we want to find OF, so OF has to be one of like our not like a digits, whatever it's called, okay? So CX is equal to Q because OA is opposite of it, so it's high, okay? So it's equal to Q, and CB, oh no, sorry, CB is equal to Q, and then CX is equal to 5 over 6Q, okay? And then OX is equal to P plus 5 over 6Q. We already found it in the previous question. And then OF is OF, and that's what we want to find, okay? Now let me clear the page and write it all over again. Okay, so now let's do cross multiplication, okay? So OF times 5 over 6Q equals Q times P plus 5 over 6Q. Okay, so the Q's on both sides cancel, and then let me also simplify it. Okay, now that we simplified it, we only want OF on one side. We want OF on one side, so we divide both sides by 5 over 6. So P plus 5 over 6Q over 5 over 6. Okay, so first thing we cancel these, obviously. And then we divide P by 5 over 6. So it's technically like, if you don't know how to do it, it's technically like 1 over 5 over 6. So it flips the equation. So it's 6 over 5, okay? So like the final thing is going to be 6 over 5 P plus Q, and I believe that that is our final answer. So let's check. Yes, it is. It's 6 over 5 P plus Q. This one's like the hardest question we'll get in this whole quiz, okay? So now going to the last part of this question. What's the positive value of H? Okay, this one's pretty simple, okay? We're supposed to know that whatever values in here, using like the Pythagoras theorem, so like for example, a squared plus b squared, like the first value is going to be a, the second value is going to be b, so this is a to b, okay, is like this number here, okay? It's the magnitude. So now to find like how this equation goes, we're gonna fill in the values, okay? So like I said, the values in here go under the radical, so it's h squared, h squared plus minus 3h squared, okay, equals to radical 490. Okay, now let's simplify what's under the radical. Okay, so here we're gonna get h2 plus 9h squared. Okay, so we can add both of them, so we're gonna get radical 10h squared. Okay, so now let's simplify again. So here we have radical 10h squared equals radical 490. Now let's take the radical out because we have two radicals on both sides, so we can take it out. So multiply by to the power of 2. So we multiply both sides by the power of 2. Okay, so then that cancels out, so it becomes 10h2 equals 490. Okay, so divide 10 by both sides. H squared equals 49. What number, or you can put the radical sign over 49, but common sense, what number multiplied by itself gets you 49? 7. So that is your answer. Okay, question number 2. This has come so many times in the AMS quiz, so I'm pretty sure all of us should know it. If you don't, maybe you've been skipping school for the past 3 weeks, but it's fine, okay? I'll just skim over it very quickly, okay? So the cosine, we use the cosine rule for this question. What am I doing? Cosine k equals 3 squared because of LK, and then KN, which is LM, the same thing, so plus 5 squared minus LN, which is 3.2, so 3.2 squared over 2, 3, 5. Okay, you do that on your calculator, and then you do shift cosine, and you get 38. Okay. Second part, they want the area of the shaded region. Okay, so they want the area of this part. So first we have to find the area of the parallelogram minus it by the area of the sector. Okay, so first let's find the area of a parallelogram. The area of a parallelogram, is base times height. Okay, we don't know the height, so let's find the height. Okay, for the height we can use the sine rule. So the sine of this angle, which is 38, so sine, what am I doing again? Sine 38 over h equals sine of 90. Sine 90 equals, I forgot to write the equal sign, equals LK, which is 3. Okay, cross multiply 3 sine 38 over sine 90, you get a very big decimal. I don't like what's it called, you shouldn't, it's not I don't like, you shouldn't like simplify decimal in the middle of an like equation. Okay, so just keep it on your calculator. Okay, now we know it's base times height. Our base is kn or lm because they're the same value, so 5. So keep the same answer for the height, answer times 5, you get 9.2. and this is when you simplify or like round, because they said round to the nearest whole number. 9.2 rounded to the nearest whole number is 9. Okay, now they want the perimeter of the shaded region. Perimeter is when you add all the sides. Okay, so we know, let's label the sides first. Okay, ln is 5, and then the opposite is the same value. Mn, actually no, because the opposite, they told you the radius is 1 centimeter. Okay, so the shaded part of it is going to be 5 minus the unshaded part, so it's 4. Okay, so this part is 4, and then mn is 3. This part, because it's also radius 1, so 3 minus 1, which is 2, and then this arc here. Okay, now we have to find the area or the circumference of the arc so we can find the last side, okay? So the circumference of the arc you find by, okay, to find circumference we know that it's the angle, so which we found our angle, which is 38. So 38 over always 360 times 2 pi r, so 2 pi, because the radius is 1, so we can't really multiply anything by 1, it's the same number, okay? So do it on your calculator, I'm going to do it on mine. 38 over 360 times 2 pi, okay, and then keep the answer plus 2 plus 4 plus 5 and plus 3, because that's all our sides. You get 14.66, so 14.7, and then 14.7 rounded to the nearest whole number, because they tell you to do that, is 15. And we already solved this question 3 times, so you should know it. This is also a very easy. The circumference of a circle when you don't have any angle, it's 2 pi r, so the radius is 4, so 2 pi 4, 2 times 4 is 8, so 8 pi, and that's your answer. Now number 4. The area of a circle when you don't have an angle, it's pi r squared, so it's pi 5, because the radius is 5 squared, okay? Here they don't give you they gave you this, which is like this, but when you simplify it's 25 pi. They don't give you any like answer with 25 pi, so you just use this one. So that's why you have to like solve on your sketch paper, because then if you didn't solve on your sketch paper and you just like, you know, did it in your mind, you wouldn't know what the answer is, صح? Okay, for this question here, please don't do the same mistake I did, because in the last AMS I did a very dumb mistake and I got like 2 questions wrong because of that mistake. Whenever they give you the angle, you have to always do the angle over 360 and then the area, okay? Please don't do the same mistake I did. So the angle, which is 90. Oh, here they want the area of the shaded region, okay? So we do the area of the triangle minus the area of the arc. Let's start with the area of the arc first. The area of the arc is 90. So 90 over 360 times pi r squared, so pi 35 squared, and let me see what you got. 90 over 360 times pi 35 squared, we get 962. For this question, to be honest, oh wait, that's not what you get, sorry, because they told us what the value of pi is, so you don't put pi on your calculator as the pi. You have to put 22 over 7, okay? So my bad. And be careful, because you'll get the whole thing wrong if you don't like look at whatever they give you. Here I got 96.5, so keep it as a decimal when it's a small decimal, okay? See, if I didn't keep it as a, if I didn't use the given they gave us for pi, I would have gotten 963, okay, because I would have rounded that up. Okay, technically it is the same thing, but just use what they give you, okay? Because they give you it for a reason, okay? So let's keep 962.5 aside, and now let's find the area of the triangle. The area of the triangle is half 35 times 35 sine 90. Sine 90 is the same thing as 1 if you want to simplify your life, but if you don't want to simplify your life, just do it sine 90. So So I mean, yeah, sine 90. You get 612.5. So 612.5. Now do it on your calculator. Do 962.5 minus 612.5. You get 350, and that's your answer. Okay. The area of a circle whose circumference, okay. They want you to find the value of k with k pi, okay? So we need to find the area, but they gave us circumference and they didn't give us a radius, okay? So we find the radius from the circumference, because we know the circumference of a circle, let me write circumference as a c, is equal to 2 pi r, okay? And here our circumference is 12 pi. So 2 pi r equals to 2 pi r, okay? So we divide 12 pi over 2 pi equals r. R is equal to 6. So our radius is equal to 6, and we know that area equals pi r squared, and then 6 squared is equal to 36, and then beside the pi, they're only asking for k, they're not asking for k pi, so our answer is only 36. Question number 7. We also solved this last high, and after I made the quiz, I found a very easy way. I thought about it, but I had to ask my teacher, so I'll show you the easy way now, okay? So we know أول إشي that pi over 3 equal to 180, because pi is equal 180 as degrees over 3, so it's equal to 60, okay? And then plus 90, so this whole thing, this whole thing is 150, okay? 150, okay? And then the length of this whole arc is 15, and we want the length of RQ, okay? So we can make a ratio, scale, whatever you want to call it. So 15 over 150, 15 over 150 is equal to x over 60, because that's the angle for this. So cross multiplication, or it's just common sense, you can see it from here, but let's just do cross multiplication. 15 times 60 is 900. 900 divided by 150 is 6. And isn't that your answer? Badal what you do all whatever I did last video or AMS, whatever. You could just do this and it works every single time. Okay, the cone question, totally my favorite question. Okay, so I'm gonna also skim over this very quickly because it also takes so much time if we already know it, okay? So 8 pi, because 2 pi 4, so 8 pi equal to x over 360 times 2 pi r, so 2 times 10, so 20 pi. Here we crossed the pi's, and then here we can cross the zeros and the high, so this becomes 18 and this becomes 1. So let's put it here. 8 equals x over 18. Oh my goodness. X over 18. 8 times 18, because cross multiplication, 8 times 18 is 144, so x is equal to 144, okay? Now, the area of the shaded region, okay, we do the area of the triangle minus the area of the arc, okay? So let's start with the area of a triangle because it's the easiest. So it's half the angle, sine of the angle, so sine 144 times the two sides. The two sides are 10 centimeters, okay? So sine 10, we get half sine 144 times 10 times 10, you get 29.389. Like I said, I don't like rounding up in the middle, so I'm gonna keep it as a decimal in my calculator. Okay, now let's find the area of the arc, which is x over 360, so 144 over 360 times pi r squared, so pi 100, okay, because 10 squared is 100. Now I do it on my calculator, I get 144 360 over 360, 100 pi, sorry, I did it wrong, 144 over 360 times 100 pi. You get 40 pi, okay? So let me go, we do 40 pi minus the number we got, okay? So let me go back to the number. So answer minus 40 pi. 40 pi. Wait, sorry. I get 90. I get 96.2, okay? But here, all of our answers are rounded up. So 96.2, it rounds up to 96. So that's your answer. Okay, the surface area. Surface area of a prism is equal to, so SA equal 2 times the base and then plus lateral area. Okay, so here first we have to find lateral area. Lateral area is perimeter times height, okay? We have the height, now we just need to find the perimeter, okay? So let me write it here, LA is P height, okay? So we know that a rectangle, two sides, it's like a parallelogram, two sides, and the opposite two sides are equal length, equal in length, okay? So 6 plus 6 plus 4 plus 4 times 10, you get 200. And then the base is technically like the area of the rectangle. The area of a rectangle is length times width, so 6 times 4. So 6 times 4 is 24. So 2 times 24 plus 200 equals 48 plus 200, and that equals to 248. Question 10. I'm telling you, all these questions are just a repeat of last week, okay? So a volume has a volume of 125 pi, the height of 5 centimeters, okay? So we know that the volume of a cylinder is pi r squared, oh my goodness, r squared height equals volume, okay? So here let's just fill in the things we have. So we have 125 pi equals pi, we don't know what r is, so we just keep it as r squared, and then the height is 5. So we divide 125 pi by 5 pi to get r squared. So r squared is, it's 25. So r is radical 25, and radical 25 is 5, and that is your answer, okay? Now, going to the next part, they want the total volume. So they want the volume of this plus the volume of the cone, okay? We already know the volume of this sphere here, which is 125 pi. Now let's find the volume of the cone. The volume of a cone is 1/3 pi r squared height, okay? So 1 over 3, we already found our radius, and in the first question, which is 5, so 5. And then the height, wait, let me write. And then the height is 9. Okay, so you do all that on your calculator, you get 75 pi, and then 125 pi plus 75 pi. On your calculator, you get 200 pi, and that is your answer. Okay, for the last part of this question, we have a rule that goes like K3. Okay, wait, I'm not gonna write so down so I can actually write. So K3 equals volume 2 over volume 1. Okay, so our volume 2 is 5,400 pi over, we already found it, 200 pi. When you do it, let's cross multiply. We don't even need to use our calculator. Not cross multiply, sorry, divide, like simplify. Pi divided by phi is 0, like whatever. And then cross out the zeros. 54 over 2 is 27. We said K3 equals 27. So 27, to like what? Or you can do it on your calculator. Just do shift the radical. You get 3 over the radical of 27, and it's 3. And if you don't, like you don't need to use our calculator. 27, what's like to the power of 3? You get 27. It's 3. So that's 3. Now we found our scale factor. That's not your answer, that's your scale factor. So you multiply it by the radius that we found. So 5 times 3, 15. That's it. Okay, the volume of a sphere. The volume of a sphere is 4 over 3 pi r cubed. Okay, so 4 over 3 in this question, pi 6 cubed. Okay, when you do it on your calculator, you get 288 pi. Second part. Okay, they want us to find the height. Okay, we can find, so volume equals of a cylinder is 1 over 3 pi r squared height. Okay, so we can find the total volume because they already told us that there's 1 liter, and we found the volume of the sphere here, which was 288 pi. Okay, centimeter cube. So we have to make 1 liter into centimeter cube. They already gave us the answer. So we just do 1000 plus 288 pi, and you get 1905. Okay, so equal to 1 over 3 pi. The radius is 7 because they gave us it. Okay, so 7 squared height. Now let's simplify. 1905 divided by 49 pi equal to height. When you do that on your calculator, you get 12.3 centimeters. So rounded to the nearest centimeter, it's 12. Now question number 12. Okay, these are the new questions we never had before. Okay, so they want to know what V would be if V was negative 8 times U. So we multiply each value of U by negative 8. So 5 times negative 8, you get negative 40. And then minus 2 times minus 8, you get 16. And that's as simple as it is. I know it looks so confusing, but it's so simple. Now the next 4 questions are also the same. Not the same way to solve it, but they're new questions, okay? So whenever they give you this type of question, all you need to do is add the values of here and the values here. Okay, so 2 minus 2 plus 2 equals 0, and 5 plus 4 equals 9. So 0 and 9. That's literally it. So here, to find the magnitude of a vector, like I explained in question 1, you do radical, it's like the Pythagoras theorem, okay? So radical 20 squared plus 1 squared, and you get radical 401. They already gave you radical k, they only want k, so it's 401. Now question 15. The magnitude of a plus b. Okay, so we add every single, like here, every single one, and then we do the Pythagoras theorem thing. But in this question, we don't add, we minus, okay? Don't ask me why, that's just the rule, okay? So 6 minus 4, we get 10, and 4 minus 1, you get 3. So the Pythagoras theorem of 10 squared plus 3 squared, and you get radical 109. So they only want k, which is under the radical, so it's 109. Question number 16. Now this is the last question out of these type. Oh no. Okay, I guess. Oh, I went to 17. Sorry. Okay. So this one, they want us to do u plus v, and then you also add it to 4, like 4, 9, okay? So let's add 5 and 11 is 16, and then 7 plus 15 is 22, okay? And then you add it to 4 and 9, so 16 plus 4 equals 20, and then 9 plus 22 is equal to 31, and these are your coordinates. Now 17. Now we finished. Okay, the common difference. Whenever they tell you it's an arithmetic progression, that means it's a constant difference, which common difference, the same thing. Okay, that means it keeps adding the same number. Okay, so you minus the second number by the first number. So 5 minus 2, you get 7. And if you want to check, you do this, the third number minus the second number. So 12. So like the number minus the preceding one. Okay, so 12 minus 5, which is also 7. So that is your common difference. Okay, to solve this question, we have a rule or formula that goes like an equals a1 plus n minus 1 d. D is the common difference, by the way, okay? So an, so they want a11, so a11 equals a1 is 5, they already gave you. Whatever like a1 is like the first number in the cycle, whatever it's called, okay? In the progression. Plus n minus 1, so 11 minus 1, and then d is 2. So a11 equals 5 plus 20, because 10 times 2 is 20. So a11 equals 25. And that's literally it. Okay, and then we have also another rule for the sum, okay? So S, the rule goes like S n equals n over 2 a, oh my goodness, an, oh sorry, 2an, yeah, it's 2 a1 plus n minus 1 d. Okay, so here they want 15, so S of 15 equals 15 over 2, and then 2a1, so 2 of the first number, which is 3, plus n minus 1, so 15 minus 1 is 14, and then d, we can find d, like I said, you use the number, and then the minusing the preceding one, so 8 minus 3, which is 5. Okay, you do all that on your calculator, you get 570. Question number 20. Okay. You can use any numbers to find the common difference because they didn't give you like a number sequence so you can minus, okay? So we find individual ones. You don't really need to find more than 2 individual ones, okay? So the easiest ones to find are A1 and A2 because then خلاص it's only the first 2. So A1, they already gave you the formula to put it into, okay? So A1 equals 100, oh my goodness, 101, n, which is 1, so it's just 101, minus 6, that equals 295, okay? Then A2 equals 101 times 2 minus 6, 101 times 2 is, I believe, 206. Yeah, 202, I think. Wait. Yeah, 202. So 202 minus 6 is 196. So to find the common difference, we do 196 minus 95 equals 101. And that's your answer. And if you want to make sure of your answer, do A3 and then minus A3 by A2. And if it's the same one, that means your answer is right. If it's the same value, that means your answer is right. Okay. This one, it's kind of the same thing. It's the same thing as the first one of these that we did, okay? So the formula is AN equals A1 plus n minus 1 d. A41, so A41 equals A1, which is 105 plus n minus 1, so 41 minus 1, which is 40, and then d, they already told you it's 7, so A41 equals 385, because when you do it on your calculator you get 385. Okay, now this is another formula for the sums. Actually, no, never mind, this is not the question. But this is also the same formula. Yes, okay. So, A41 equals A1. Let's just write it because we already wrote the rule for her. So, 500 plus 41 minus 1, which is 40, and then minus 9. The answer you get by it is 140, and that is your answer. 23. Okay, this one, the rule is x over 360, and because they want the area, so times pi r squared. Okay, so 108 over 360 times 100 pi, and you get 30 pi. And then the last question, and this is the one I've been explaining for 2 questions and ما طلعت the same. Okay, so this is a different equation for the sum. Okay, so the sum is Sn for so this equation goes Sn 20, not 20, sorry, n over 2 because this side. So n over 2 A1 plus an. Okay, so this is where it doesn't give you, or this is when they give you like 2 of the values. Okay, so S of 20 equals 20 over 2. A1, they told you it's 18. Plus it with the 20th term is 38. So do that. And then you get 560 if you do it on your calculator. So this proves to you that that's how you solve it. What am I saying? Okay. So this is the end of the week 10 AMS quiz. Hopefully we all got 100. Good luck.